Get wrecked.
We love to see it again. This is the third time in a row, and I actually want to point out something really important here. Paradox has been banned 75% of the time this entire tournament. Paradox just being everybody's kryptonite. Everybody just not want to deal with Paradox. But I do have to say, the Shiv ban, with what we saw with Hydration playing Shiv, I don't mind it. Sure. I actually think that's like a valid pick here.
Sure. Shiv is a character that I feel like I want to deal with, but I also think that that's bias, or excuse me, subjective, and that is what you are allowed to do with the bans. I think that in Deadlock right now, it's not ban the broken thing, and I don't think it's ban what they're good at. Paradox is a safe ban when there's not a lot of information, because at a low level of play, she's just another guy. But at a high level of play, Paradox becomes a ranged assassin, a straight up counter to the flyers without even buying knockdown, and is able to just isolate and punish whoever she wants. So if you don't know much, banning her out is a good look.
Yeah, and right here we see Warden being the first pick. This is actually a fun little fact about this tournament as well. Warden is the #1 highest first pick rate character, which just makes sense. Warden just does everything you need him to do. Like, he's just such a good all-arounder, good character to just create that space that you need for your team in the front lines and stuff. But Dynamo and Vindicta coming in for 5 Mo's 1 Krill. We got to come up with a shorter name for them, like 5M1K. That's what I'm going to call them.
We'll see how the Mo's do. Dynamo,
Mo's.
Listen, Mo money, Mo Mo's.
Money, Mo Krills, dude.
Vindicta here. The Vindicta first pick leans even more into the Paradox ban. Like I said, if you're looking to play that Vindicta, you're looking to not play against said Paradox, so bang, puts it in. Haze coming through here for 5 Mo's 1 Krill as one of the main carries here. Vindicta and Haze might be the two-pronged assault for this squad, as you've got Warden on the other side being the front line, and Lash being the grouper upper, the initiator.
Yeah, and with this Ivy pick, actually, man, I love seeing this consistency throughout these teams. As much as there is a decent amount of variety, we are seeing mostly the same comps. Ivy is 100% pick rate between every single team, even the lower brackets that we did not see. So Ivy just doing what they do best. They're not like super duper duper overwhelming, super overpowered, worth banning, but they're always worth having. And I think that makes sense because, like, I mean, Ivy, the little gargoyle, she's dope.
Yeah. She's fun, and we did actually see a change that impacts her. Now when you're running the solar and your movement speed's limited, you can't go over a certain amount, including in the air via Ivy. So the whole like free cheap earn with the Ivy run, not gonna happen anymore. Wraith being selected here on the side of 5 Mo's. Ton of damage here, not a lot of control. It's all Dynamo right now. So obviously that's what we're going to see the draft be rounded out with, but this is a good chance for melee creeps to kind of take those choices away. Yeah, 5M1K's team right now, they're just over here like looking like all about the kills. I think like obviously pick 10 and pick 12, we're going to see right now. Mo and Krill makes sense. It's their namesake. It'd be weird if they didn't take it, honestly, in my opinion. But it makes sense for this composition that they're going for. It's a little bit more, way more tankier, way more actual like control they can actually have throughout this map, besides just going all in with Haze, Vindicta, Wraith, which is really, really scary to deal with. But not the greatest when it comes to defense and support. We see a Yamato and Lady Geist pick on the side of melee creeps. Another Yamato. I love seeing Yamato. I don't know about you. I think Yamato is, like, besides the fact that they have like a 6 head, like really fun to actually see gameplay wise. Oh, don't do old girl like that. Oh no. So I like the damage orientation on the side of 5 Mo's 1 Krill, but we'll see how it all works out.
Yeah. Right now we get the game pause. Good time to tell you about our partners at Oats Overnight. Every single time you purchase Oats Overnight, half of the profit's going to go towards the prize pool for our #1 teams. Honestly, Oats, really good. Now we're seeing like this setup here, though. We got the Vindicta and Moan Krill on this side versus the Viscous, and I believe that's the Lash. Is it I can't tell. Is that Lash? Yes, it is. No. Yes.
We're going to get the unpause here. We'll jump right on back into the action. Thanks for hanging out with us, by the way. It's early days in Deadlock, and we're all just vibing. Me and Macro, our homies in the back. Shout out the Spacestation Gaming Squad with Airlock. We have been just having a good time, and glad that you guys join us in the basement, because it's time to get underground, and it's been fun. So, an early game start for this Vindicta, or excuse me, this Lash. I'm staring at him. And doing pretty well by staying active and just making sure to hit that whip on cooldown, a little bit of heal. That's why this character is tough to deal with in lane, because of the sustain in the kit.
No, definitely, I agree with that. Pocket though, Pocket and Dynamo in the same lane together. That's a good choice as well for really early dominance in this lane control. I just think Dynamo is just so overpowered in the right hands. Yeah, but right now it's just gonna be like an early game setup. We're gonna see what ends up happening. It's gonna be very even for the most part, unless someone decides to be a little bit more aggressive. I doubt we'll see that this early on.
Into that fourth lane, we saw that last time around, not once but twice. So definitely something that I want to keep an eye on.
Now you might definitely be right on that call, because I do feel like there's a way for her to just like get a little bit more value, but it's gonna be, like I said, just like not as easy as it's gonna be with this composition that they currently have. But
Huge.
Oh man. Able to push him off already. The first death being the Warden. Was the Warden still AFK though? Like no, they had to. They had to not be. Warden gets taken down by the Pocket. That's the first pick. I wish there was like, unlike, I feel like a lot of games have like the first kill goes to whatever, right? They don't have that in this game.
They got
It's
a
obviously
first blood thing on the portraits up top. Like a
little forced. Yeah, I want to see like a full commentator go like first blood.
First blood.
Yeah, like that. Oh wow, they should pay you. That was really good. Wow.
Double kill.
Yeah, that's what I want to hear. I want to hear like some insane
mega kill.
That's what Deadlock is missing, in my opinion. Like, it's obviously an alpha, but like Valve, if you're watching, you gotta hire F to be the commentator, the Halo.
I mean, if I could be
commentator.
that guy, it wouldn't be my first announcer pack. Wraith getting chased down here by the Lady Geist in the early phases. She brings the pain. Damage on the backside, preventing the dash, and then all the way around town, doesn't have the heal. And so she will have to watch Wraith go away. But I like putting that grenade behind the target, making sure they couldn't fall back. Now Wraith trying to find the answer. 70 HP, Wraith. Much healthier than that. But always have to be aware of the Lady Geist's heal coming back.
No, 100%. That was such a high risk, high reward type move from Lady Geist there. Going in, trying to cross through, getting attacked by the Guardian, like losing half of her health just from that Guardian alone. But it would have been worth it, because we saw the Wraith was really weak in there. Can Pocket get a second kill here? Pocket able to get a second kill here on Ivy. Maybe even get another kill on the Warden here. The Warden is at half health.
Nah.
Oh no! You said no too fast. This Pocket is aggro.
For real.
Oh no! This is happening. Is it happening? So close. The Warden is literally like at a sliver of health.
Unfortunate. Pocket giving us a little insight into what an aggressive Pocket can be. We'll take a look at Llama Lords either today, or our tournament continues tomorrow. Please come back. Llama Lords have a player named Ido who does a little bit of that. So get ready to see some of the aggro Pocket, because this character can do a whole bunch of that.
This character wants the Warden so bad, and it's not worth it. The Ivy able to disappear at least though, but the Ivy could have done a lot. This Pocket doesn't even care.
Not at all. Not at all. No reason for them to care. You've just got the suitcase to jump into when they do decide to fight you back. So elusive with the teleport as far as the flying cloak is concerned, and really what you see a lot of in lane, like those are kind of the easy to hit bullet points. Yeah. What you see in lane that allows Pocket to do this sort of thing is really the hover by way of the barrage. But hold it, Dynamo rotating from 3 to 2, trying to find this ult, because they do have 3K and it's ready to go.
Oh, big ult coming out, manages to trap the Lash in there. That Lash is 100% going down. We get a kill on the Lash. Oh my god.
Tough stuff, man. Yellow team and Macro choking at the same time as the Sapphire Flame come on through and make this play here. Off of that kill, they're going to go ahead and look for the Guardian. So a nice first punch here. Well, no. Viscous rolling on out. Will shove 3 players off of the porch and protect that tier 1.
Sorry, man. That kill was just so dusty, man. I just had to choke it off there. But Mo and Krill and Dynamo able to kill the Viscous Can they get this Ivy, though? The Ivy's kind of in a bad spot to die, but there's two of them there. The Lash can maybe defend it. Damn, this Moon Crew's really aggressively going in there. Does not even care about the Guardian. They want the kill on the Ivy, and they get it.
Well, that is how Mo has to play. You got to go in there, and I mean, the 3-second disarm on the sand is a big deal. Again, this character not really prioritized in North American Deadlock, and so not really overwhelmingly familiar with him at a high level of play. Usually sort of like a, I guess we'll take the big guy type deal. In comparison with Lash and Abrams, we just rarely see it. But here he is, doing work, and not really looking for the Guardian. That's my DPS's job. Mo's job, he's like either a shepherd or a snowplow, depending on if you're from the city or not. Like, he's just shoving players out of the way, and whatever happens behind him is up to you.
Yeah, I just think that was a perfect example of like how Moon Krill got that big buff, by the way. Moon Krill actually was one of the receivers of a buff during that last night's patch. They cannot be stunned out of like their burrow by a couple other characters, like Abrams can't knock him out anymore either. So I think Moon Krill is actually like a really solid pick. Maybe that they were expecting the opponent's team to pick like an Abrams or something. Maybe that's actually why they went with the Moon Krill, but either way, I'm really happy that they're not only picked Moon Krill for their namesake, but also they're good with it. Like,
well, the Moon Krill here, interesting. I'm thinking about it. So let my brain catch up a little bit.
Don't worry.
Moon Krill compared to like the Dynamo or the Abrams is essentially individual control versus battlefield control. Abrams and Quig. Abrams and Dynamo are just going to get everybody in the hole. Whereas like Mo is like, hey, you, that guy, you're stunned, kill him. And that's a very different mentality and a different way of playing. A great knock-up here sends Vindicta into the air, and the ball will roll over her. Beautiful combo by Op. Nicely done.
Yeah, that Vindicta was literally just a bowling pin. Getting knocked out by Viscous right there. That's a huge double kill going in. Pocket and Vindicta killed. It's not going to be enough to do anything more than like maybe weaken this Guardian a bit. But 2 more kills on the side of melee creeps. They're able to kill 2. Can they at least get some Guardians for this? Because right now, there's still no Guardians been taken down. They're just going to use the time to just get some of the health back, maybe kill some of these side creatures and get some more souls. But yeah, I don't think they don't have enough momentum yet to just take down that Guardian for free.
It's 8 minutes in.
I know, but that was 4 whole kills. That was so impressively fast how fast those kills. But you're right, early on, like those kills, as important as they are, they're going to come back pretty fast.
Yeah, I mean the kills are important. This is a MOBA, baby. I know at least one of y'all are out there. It's not about the stuff. It's about the stuff after the stuff. Kills are a means to an end. We cap kills at 1,600 souls, and in the late game, that's actually worth something. But in the early game, you're getting a handful of souls here, like 200, 300 souls there. Like, that's not worth overextending, diving, and going crazy for. But if that kill opens up the world for you to shove a wave onto the tower and then take down the tier 1, that's what you're looking for. So it's so rarely about getting that kill. It's about what you do with the space provided when you put somebody in the penalty box. So these early game kills, like as long as you're not losing anything for it, cool, go crazy, go stupid. But really, that's the play I'm looking for. Get in the tower.
Yeah, this Warden, super low, but they make it worth it. Getting a kill on Total War there. Total War's Wraith, able to get knocked out there. We're seeing another fight happen here. Dynamo just trying to escape with their life here. Able to teleport.
It's tough.
Can they get out? It's a little too far for the damage from Lady Geist to do much. And we have the huge Walker just able to stop her from even trying to attempt to push. But either way, Lady Geist here is kind of getting a little bit of lane control on the right side here, forcing the Dynamo to have some support by the Wraith. And now Lady Geist can just ignore it, go to the third lane, help out the Ivy, help out their own team. Lash coming with the big ult on this Moon Krill. Moon Krill gets taken down.
Nicely done. Lash showing up, doing exactly what he needs to, and then getting the bridge buff in 10 minutes. And in fact, a movement speed one certainly going to rock out well. Recent change makes these scale, so a little bit worse than it used to be, but it's still a free item, so take it, baby. And he'll be running and looking for this nonsense. No real play for him to make, so it's fine.
No, this is probably the correct thing he needs to do. He just needs to keep farming some souls, get himself to the point where he can start getting to around the 10k mark. Right now, though, we're looking at the soul differential. This is actually one of the few times, like, this early on that it's a 10k to 11k soul differential. It doesn't really matter. Like I said, like, it could flip any time with some good pushes, but I don't know. Melee creeps have been pretty consistently on top in terms of souls and dominance right now. They're going in, taking another tower out. 3 out of 4 of the beginning towers gone.
Intentional kills. Wraith falls down, so does the tower. Easy peasy. So a couple of structures being brought down here, and Mo and Krill finds their target, and that's what's going to happen. Just as they drew it up, Mo is going to find some guy, and that person will die. And as long as that happens every single time, it's an acceptable and viable strategy. And I might sound a little biased against this strat, and I don't mean to. I'm scared about individual pick compositions versus this guy, who can put the whole team in a black hole. Singularity is gigantic. And so I just look at that level of impact.
Yeah, Dynamo might be able to, just getting back to his teammates, does not want to have to deal with that Lash and Viscous by himself. We're seeing a bit of action here on this third lane and near the mid-boss range. It might be one of those cases where they may go for it. I think it's a little, not the right timing, but a good pick or two can lead to that for sure.
Absolutely. Just a little window of opportunity. 3 blue players pushing onto this tower, and 1 shows up from Amber. Help from Lash up top will be a good thing as Ivy finds the kill onto Lana without the ultimate going out, so Mo doesn't get to do the Mo thing. Teamfight behind him still. Dynamo looking for help as he's half HP. And the world is coalescing on him. And just like that, brought down to nothing. Cool cheese on the good side.
Yeah, Dynamo taking down 2 people dead on the side of 5 Mo's, 1 Krill. They can maybe start attacking some more of these walkers. Get a walker going. We see Ivy here 1v1ing this pocket. Got a little
bit
of... Gets out. I think it's a safe choice to get out right now.
Yeah, just leave.
Yeah, Pocket's not making it worth it. Even though Pocket, I think, was in an advantaged position there, maybe? Like, I don't know. They're both equally weakened. It was probably not worth it for either of their teams to die at that point.
That's the big takeaway. Again, you know, this is kind of annoying to say because literally every single decision in this game is risk versus reward, so it kind of ultimately comes down to a nothing statement. But that's a risk versus reward conversation. Like, you're going to risk all of that for that kill. You're going to get 400 to 500 souls and literally nothing else. Just not worth, dude. Like you said, more valuable not dying.
And by the time, like, you do get a kill, say Pocket gets the kill, or even Ivy gets the kill, I just feel like the other teammates would come and finish you off, and now it's just a trade and just a waste of time. But once again, just both teams just consistently farming. 20,000 soul differential between melee creeps and 5 Mo's 1 Krill.
That's big.
It's honestly really big. Even like this early on, that's like still a huge differential. And I think it's gonna pay off because now they're just in this position where they need him. They need 5 Mo's 1 Krill to like just kind of be a little aggro, make one little mistake, and then they can go for the mid boss, and they can go for just even for one of the walkers. I mean, afterwards, they already got rid of one of the walkers. Oh, I may have spoke too soon. The double kill happened right there. Vindicta and Pocket able to kill the Viscous, and now we see Lady Geist though trading back with the Haze.
Look at this peel back though. Great macro awareness of. Just the map. Great map awareness coming out from melee creeps. At least Geist. The cop's still stuck up there. Warden 1 versus 3. And actually will take down 1. Trying to find the second. Mo and Krill shows up though, and this should be the end of it. Takes down the enemy tank, but Warden 1 versus 3 pops last stand and actually takes down a player before falling down to the Mo. Mo did have to use the ult, so GG.
Yeah, this Mo thought that they can maybe take out this Lady Geist, but you saw the Viscous there, put the Geist in the cube, kind of saved the Geist from that Mo push, because that Mo, only reason they went there was they thought, I can take down this Geist. I can go for it. And now Mo might actually get killed for this push that they went for.
Here comes Op, rolling on through. One more shot on the Mo will do it. It did it. So big damage. Resulting in not the tower push because Wraith shows up. I thought they would have stuck around, but Wraith is enough of a threat. Can we jump on Wraith actually real quick? I want to see where our itemization is at. The hat wearer for 5 Mo's 1 Krill, because that's going to be that's going to be a large difference maker. So pretty decently into the mid game. Want to see a little bit more spirit power, but this allows Amber to come through and grab this walker, and just like that, the game, the 20,000 souls lead macro that you pointed out, I think was the beginning, and this is like they got to the door, and that walker falling down, they've now stepped into the living room. They're looking to take over this house.
No, this house is already like pretty much. They got the keys to it. They have the back house. They know the maid. Everything about this is literally squatters' rights is happening right now. I think what we saw earlier, not to go too far back, but like I just love seeing how strong this Viscus was defending their team. I think that's like one of the biggest things that's keeping this team consistently alive. You notice that like every single time that one of the teammates pushes too aggressively, Viscus will come out of nowhere as a bowling ball with the cubes, just making different geometrical shapes and just saving the team. And I think that's really going to be the make or break difference when we see some of these later games in the tournament, how good your Viscus is at truly defending your team.
Shout out to our observers here. Sam and Tanner grabbing that Yamato while we were talking about the, Wraith is going to be who to look at, and we're just riding along with Yamato on the other side. Yeah, the observers know Yamato's going to be driving in this late game if melee creeps. Like, this is, I think a lot of this threat is going to come from Yamato. The itemization's online, and she's going to delete people when she shows up.
Yeah, Yamato already got one. As you're saying that, speak of the devil, Yamato got a kill on the Vindicta. Dynamo getting a huge ultimate here. It's looking like, oh my god. Hey, Dynamo ultimate wasn't enough at all to defend there from four different characters. I mean, the Dynamo, like as good as it is to get, like you said, as good as it is to get 4 people in it, if you're alone, it's worthless.
And that's... I'm not going to say anything. That was perfectly said. It was just perfectly like, yes!
The walker
guys, I got down. 4! And then your team's like, cool, we're on the other side of the map, dog.
Yeah, this definitely reminiscent of most people. Any hero shooter. Like, this is actually one of the most hero shooter moments. Like, I know it happens in MOBAs, but like, this is the most, like, going in, like, guys, I got 4, where were you guys? It's like, dude, your ultimate doesn't do that. You're not, like, you require us to finish the 4 that you track, you know?
Did you see how much damage that Yamato just did? That's what I'm talking about. That's going to be the driving force. So a lot of times I talk about like the ball in MOBAs. Characters scale. So you have your early game dominant. Same thing happens here. Early game kind of brought to you by Braden. This Lady Geist player was the player to bring us to the mid game. And now that we're in the mid game, this guy's holding the ball. Yamato has been kind of quiet, but now she's online, and she's going to make a lot of noise. Juvenator goes the way of melee creeps, and they're looking to fight.
Yeah, Yamatos Yamatos are so fun to watch for me, but also so scary to play against. And I can totally tell that 5 Mo's 1 Krill, they don't really have much defense when it comes to dealing with that Yamato. If Yamato wants to go in, they're going in. And right now, this is what they're going to do. They're going to take down multiple of these towers. Look at the score differential, by the way. This is the highest soul differential that we've had in any of the games we've watched so far. Over 40,000, close to 40,000 in souls difference.
And that is a big impact. Again, 40,000 divided by 6 is a tier 4 item for every player above the opposition. Here we go, 2 kills on the way. So it's a 3-for-1 exchange, and they're all falling down like dominoes. Guaranteed shrines and at least a phase 1 patron. Macro, this might...
I think this might be the end. I'm not gonna lie.
No. You see the respawn timers. It will be a phase 1 patron, but the phase 2, 5 moles will have a chance to defend.
The Warden's already back because they had that mid-boss respawn, though. So that's why I'm like, I know they probably shouldn't. They probably should focus instead on these. But like, I feel like they have a lot of ults still online. There's a chance they could just go for it.
They're going. Absolutely. They're just going to have to fight the opposition. And 5 moles 1 Krill.
Here comes Yamato. This is it. This could be it.
Yamato finds a little bit of damage, and Lash goes all the way into the opponent's base. Warden trying his best to just deny any access to the pit. Will grab one for his efforts. Another one as Haze falls down. 9 in a row for the early game Geist. That like the last 2 team fights.
Yeah.
She gets really scary in the early phase because when nobody has any items, it's the same deal that Braden does. The base down.